Can sexuality really be influenced by things like getting abused as a kid? Sexual abuse as a child has an almost 100% chance of making all future relationships much more difficult. What behavioral genetics tells us about interactions among family members? Does maltreatment in childhood affect sexual orientation in adulthood? Most research point to external factors playing very little part in one's sexual orientation. Now for sexuality as a whole. So not only the orientation but how you interact with sex. It can very much play a role. But it's got nothing to deal with being gay, straight or bi. Totally unscientific, but I'd say sexuality, no. Fetishes and kinks, absolutely. Shortest and most accurate answer is that we simply don't know enough yet. I'm gay. I think it can influence the things you are drawn to, kink, etc., but there is no indication it can affect your ultimate attraction to men or women or both. It is possible, though research still is being done to find out, but we do know that environmental factors does contribute to it. One's sexual preference. I'd say, probably not. But if a person is abused as a child and they learn that when they give the abuser what they want, they get rewarded, either by avoiding more abuse or possibly by being rewarded with gifts, this could carry into adult relationships, using sexuality to get what they desire. Most child molesters are heterosexual. Straight. I'm straight AF and I was abused pretty badly as a child. With that being said, I'm into some weird stuff. Short answer: no. We know that genetics and in the womb conditions have a part to play. And there may be some environmental triggers. But there is no evidence that abuse has any kind of causal influence. There have been attempts to link the two over the years, but those have been discredited. No, but sadly, this news hasn't reached Dr. Laura Schlesinger, Megyn Kelly, etc. If there is a correlation, it's not necessarily also causation. Unlikely to change their sexuality as such, but will make a huge difference to their sex life. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence that adults that were sexually abused as children are either promiscuous or afraid of sex. In other words, some may be uncomfortable with someone touching them with something as innocent as a hug. Sexuality does tend to be hardwired, but I'm unaware of any in-depth study on the subject. From my experience, the more sexually active someone is, the more likely it is that they have been abused, especially sexually. We don't know why people are gay. Bi people exist, and it's conceivable some of them could have a traumatic experience as a kid that pushes them away from attraction to a particular sex. Being abused as a kid will change a lot of things, down to the DNA. Why would someone's sexuality be any different? I'm failing to understand how is that horrible homophobic talking point. Do people really get trigger red if you say that childhood abuse possibly played a certain role in their sexuality? I mean, it's just an assumption from psychological point of view. Nobody is insulting anyone. After the revolution, this topic really became taboo. So I will give some history instead. Before we influenced people to seek monogamy and family, people were sleeping with everyone, including animals. As your dog doesn't care. So didn't they care about sexuality's identities or whatever we care about today? After that, people started banning everything besides heterosexuality on a global scale, and up until recently stayed that way. Can sexuality be influenced? Yes, in my opinion. But you will not find any official research for that until the topic leaves the taboo phase. So we just wait for now. It doesn't matter what we think because there is a huge influence of politics on this theme and scientists in general.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Emocucumber is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.